Try to keep up if you can. Too much horsepower. Ride deep with the gang. Too much horsepower. That ain't my muffler, that's my engine. Too much horsepower. Wear a seatbelt while you witness. Too much horsepower. You could hear me when I come. Too much horsepower. Burning out, I ain't got no lungs. Too much horsepower. I could feel it in my seat. Too much horsepower. On that track, we gon' eat. Too much horsepower.
Yo, it's your boy Kendall Untamed, man. We here on the Untamed Show, man. Today I got a special guest. One of the hottest rides H-Town. Y'all might have seen it on the highway. We ain't gonna show y'all the ride yet. We're gonna get into it with the actual owner of the ride. Talk to him a little bit and let's see what it's about. You know what I'm saying? First, we'll go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
I'm Warren Uzumaki with Warren Uzumaki TV. I reside in Houston, Texas, and this is my first time ever doing anything like this. So I'm real interested to see how it's all go.
Well, first we're gonna start off, man. What inspired you to do that rap, man?
I'm a huge Naruto fan.
Okay.
And that's why I went that way. You know, they have, you ever heard of Atasha?
Yeah.
All right, so in Japan, Atasha cars are a big thing, and some people are trying to do that here in the States, but they're trying to do what they're doing in Japan with the foreign cars, imports, and just make them look the same way. Where I'm in a hip-hop mindset where I want to do something completely different because there's a lot of controversy out there about what Atasha is. So even though I did go with a Japanese theme for my car, Naruto, and for all you guys that don't know, Naruto is this little kid who was born with nothing, and he worked his way up to get everything that he wanted, all his goals, accomplish all of his goals. And he did that not being able to read or being a good learner. He had to figure out how he learned, and then once he figured that out, he rocked and rolled.
Dope. That's dope, man. That's dope. That's definitely.
I'm sorry.
No. Go ahead.
I personally can relate to that because in school, you know, I always thought I was like stupid or dumb because, you know, I get in class and the first thing I want to do is go to sleep, or I start reading a book and the first thing I wanted to do was go to sleep. But then, and I'm just being real with you guys.
Yeah.
So then, eventually I figured out, you know, I'm watching all these TV shows and all these movies, and I'm remembering every single thing. Like, it didn't even matter how many years it was.
Yeah.
Lines, everything. And I'm like, why? Why is that? Like, I can read a book and it puts me to sleep, but then I watch this and I remember it forever. So, you know, I started to figure out that I'm a visual learner.
Right.
And it just was one of those things. You got to figure out how you learn, so that you can be the best you could be, and don't let somebody tell you that you're stupid. And that's why Naruto resonated with me, because everybody called him stupid. They called him dumb. He was a class clown.
Yeah.
But then he worked on it
and made it happen.
Yeah. Just by figuring out the way that he learned.
Right.
He did it his way.
That's dope. I'm gonna have to look into that though, man. That's dope. What year, make, and models the car, man?
My car is a 26. Which one? So right now, we're in a Tesla Model 3.
Yeah.
This is something that I really want to do for myself. I want to get something that other people are just not on in our niche. Like I'm in the Mopar niche, which I have a 2016 Dodge Challenger Hellcat. And I love that car. I've taken it to a level, but I want to go further with it. But then they have this new American muscle, these Teslas, that can take out a Charger or a Challenger 392 Hellcat. In some cases, you get the right model and you have the right software in it. You can blow away the competition. And I mean, this is the new American muscle, but people are not seeing it that way.
Yeah, they're not seeing it that way. All electric too.
All electric, because you don't have that engine rumble. But
right.
We're gonna add that to this car. That's one of my mods that I'm gonna be doing for a video on my YouTube channel.
Dope. Y'all stay tuned for that, man.
Yeah, we add an exhaust to a Tesla.
I might have to come get some footage of that, man, when y'all get that done.
Let me know, man.
But what kind of how much would you say you invested in that Challenger, man?
In that Challenger, I really haven't invested much, to be honest with you. I've
Really?
been sponsored for just about everything on the car. So
Oh, wow.
And you know, that's one of the things that a lot of influencers don't look at. You know, to be honest with you, some buy everything so they don't owe anybody anything, because once you become sponsored by somebody, you're technically owned by them. You know, they gave you that so that you can push their brand. So if they have an event, they want you to be there. If it's local, if you're making a video, you gotta mention them. So, you know, for me, trying to build relationships, it worked out for me to where I was able to find sponsors, and it's not easy to do.
That's some cool information, man. What make you pick Dodge over Ford and the other rides, man?
I just like the look.
Like the look?
Yeah, that's it.
Like the look.
You know, Mustangs are cool. Corvettes are cool. I mean, I ain't got nothing against any of those guys. If I could, like, before I bought this one, I was actually looking at the new wide body, not wide body, the new wide body Charger and the Corvette, the new Corvette, the C8, C6, whichever one it is.
Yeah.
You know, and I just, decided to go in a different direction with this. But when I got the Challenger, the Hellcats were hot. Everybody wanted a Hellcat. And in 2016, not many people had them.
Right. Cool, man. Man, let me ask you this, man. Crazy question. You ever been pulled over by a cop just so you can see your car, man?
No.
No? Nothing crazy like that?
Yeah, nothing like that.
Nothing like that? I've heard some crazy stories like that, man. But
some people do. They have I don't drive my car that much,
Okay. So
because people have invested money into it. So the last thing I want to do
mess it up.
is mess it up.
Tear it up. What kind of engine's in that bad boy?
That's a 6.2 liter.
6.2 liter.
Yeah, supercharged.
Yeah. So you never really pushed the limits then, since you don't push the limits on the speed. See how fast you get up, huh?
I have before
Yeah,
the
all
wrap.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But once you get sponsors, you gotta keep in mind. You go out there and do donuts and you rip up a $10,000 wrap that somebody gave you.
Yeah.
That's not a good look. That's not how you get your next wrap sponsored. Because word travels. It's just like your credit.
Right.
People will want to know who has sponsored you and how did that go. So they're gonna call your previous sponsors if you're trying to get something like rims or stuff like that.
Yeah.
Those guys do their research. They don't just give rims away. They don't just give a wrap away. They gotta know that you're gonna actually be working.
Right.
I hear a lot of stories from a lot of kids, a lot of people. I'm not gonna say even kids, from a lot of people that say, how do you get a sponsorship? You tell them how to get a sponsorship, and you go back and you look at their YouTube channel, you look at their social media presence, and there's nothing there. But then they go to a wrap company, or they go to a company and say, hey, sponsor me because I'm gonna benefit you. And these people are not stupid. You gotta think, it's like you giving your money to somebody who says, sponsor me. Would you give it to them, and what would it take? That's what you got to think about.
Right.
So you got to have a good presence. You got to go to them with all your numbers, all your stats. You got to be completely transparent with your sponsors.
That's some dope advice, man. Y'all need to soak that in, man. Good advice for ones out there trying to do the same thing. Good advice.
That's what's up.
So who is some of your sponsors, man? Who sponsor the car?
So most of my sponsors some are locally, some are internationally, or in Canada. Rocket Wraps is one that sponsored me here locally for my wrap. Another one is Super Wrap. They do like the wheels. My wheels are not actually rose gold. They're a
y'all gonna see it in a minute too.
They're actually wrapped, and it's a spray-on vinyl wrap that I use, and I'm still learning how to do it. So the beautiful thing about being sponsored, I don't get a check, but I do get any product that I want. I just have to let them know my project, give them what I'm trying to do,
right?
And then they send me whatever color I want.
Dope.
Mod Effects, DV Works, those guys sponsor you in certain ways. You just got to talk with them, and like I said, those guys are social media influencers themselves, so they know the game. So if you're not doing the numbers, don't go to them and say, sponsor me. You got to come to them with something. So they can give you something.
You got to bring something to the table. You got to bring something to the table.
And you'll see they sponsor like so many people around the city. A lot of big YouTubers go to DV Works and Mod Effects. Word. And you'll see them in so many.
I think they was at that Slingshot event, man. I did a show with Slingshot Houston.
Yeah.
And I think they deal with a lot of motorbikes too.
I don't know. They're
all kind of stuff.
They're all over the place. Like, you see somebody with a Mod Effects or a DV Works logo in the back of that car. I used to have logos on my car, but I took most of the logos off. Unless the guys were actually my goal is to put logos on the car where I'm getting paid for it. Right. And then Acura, who's not in business anymore. They were a huge sponsor, and I definitely missed that, that support that they gave me. And that's about it for right now.
So for the people out there...
I got to say Abaza Carbon. Abaza Carbon is the biggest sponsor that I have. Hazem and...
shout out to y'all.
Yeah, I think Hazem in Dubai, that dude, he takes care of you. Like if you have any problems with his stuff, if you're sponsored by him, like, he just takes care of you. He's one of the best.
Straight like that, huh?
Yeah. Between him and Rocket Raps, those guys, man, I'm just like, and Express Kids now too, but they actually design wraps. You know, I'm all over the place here. I know I'm jumping all over the place.
Nah, you cool, man.
The question caught me off guard.
That's what we want. We want the raw. We want all the raw information, man. Look, for people out there that want to get wraps, I always get people, man, where you get the tight wraps from the cars that be in your videos and stuff like? How much something like that a run them, a wrap like yours, if they had to pay out of pocket, something like that? Just a rough estimate. I know you don't pay for it, but if they had to pay for it,
and you always end up paying something. I'd say, you know, I was quoted, but like, I'm gonna tell you guys, I didn't just start looking for, like, I didn't walk into Rocket Raps and say, sponsor me, I'm a YouTuber, blah, blah, blah. I did in a way, but they didn't do it. The first time I asked, I had to keep asking and keep asking and keep asking. But while I was asking them, I was asking other rap companies around the country to do the same thing. And I was quoted from $2,500 for like a basic color change wrap at one place to almost $10,000 for a full design wrap. So it can range anywhere in between there. It's all on you and how you negotiate your deal if you're looking for a sponsorship deal, but just straight up paying for it, you know, just have the money in hand. Go like with at least $7,000, you know.
That's some good information. So y'all get them bands up. Y'all get a wrap.
Tell them, man, I contacted people from all the way up in New York to Florida.
Word.
I had one group in Florida that was actually looking at it. The problem is when you get a wrap, you want to try to get somebody to sponsor you locally, so that if anything happens with the wrap,
you can just go get it.
You can go get it repaired, and they can take care of it. You don't want to have to drive back out to Florida if your wrap tears or if it starts to bubble or anything like that.
Right.
You want to be able to have somebody close to
you. Boom, right there and just hit them. Yeah. What? How long you been in this game, man? What you say?
Which game?
With getting sponsors and doing the whole nine with the cars. How long you been?
I started taking YouTube and Instagram seriously about 3 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
What come up then? Man, you been? I mean, it's a long grind, 3 years, but some people do it longer than that and still pushing, man.
Still don't get 100 views on a video. I've seen it. You know, when you're doing social media and YouTube, if you really want to be successful, you got to study everybody. The smaller channels, the bigger channels. Everybody looks at the bigger channels, but sometimes it's that smaller channel that's actually making headway. They give the most hints about what's really popping, like what's working with the algorithm.
Right.
You know, the big channels, they have like hundreds of thousands of subscribers. When they post a video, they're gonna get 100,000
right
views.
Just like that.
Right? But if you got a smaller channel that's getting 100,000 views or 50,000 views every time they post a video, what they're doing is what's working right now, and you just gotta follow like the style. Not even the style, but you know, just take notes of what they're doing, like how they're wording their title. Right. What kind of tags they're using. Right. You know, because they're in the algorithm, and how they got into the algorithm is what you want to do.
Right. Well, look, man, we ain't gonna keep y'all too long. We're gonna get into the car. We're gonna show y'all the car, man. I'm Kendall Untamed. This is the very first episode of the Untamed Show. We got a lot more come. This one here is hottest raps in Houston with my man
Uzumaki.
So y'all stay tuned. I'm about to go ahead and show y'all this ride, see how it's looking, man. Y'all gonna love it. Y'all stay tuned.
And big stars everywhere we look. Different space got me talking to important people. Dollar signs on my head got me feeling lethal. Must be a joke if you really
like that.